Okay, sometimes you'll want to be able to run a report or at least try to summarize some of your model data based on feature names. And if you have some pretty good standards in your company, feature names should be a big part of that. So we're going to actually just kind of do a table function for features called nCounts. And when we run this, what it's going to ask for by default is the active model. So I'm gonna open up this first bracket model here, and I'm just going to report the data back to my table. It does have a few other options here, like you could put in a name filter and also a name and type filter. So quite handy if you want to get if your naming conventions kind of overlap or span feature types. You could actually do some pretty cool filtering here. So this has come back and it said that okay, this bracket part that's currently here has a main body, rounded, cut, so on and so forth, and it's kind of listed the quantities for what's there. So if we wanted to do something a little bit more generic and say I want to open all of these and I want to scan each of these models, and let's say that we want to filter this for anything that has hole in it as part of the name. And if we run this, it's going to clear out the table, recreate it, and now it's looped through all of the parts that are in session. And you can see here that we've got that particular match exists on the first part and then only one place, two places on the next part, and only one place on the third part. So it is a pretty handy piece of functionality, especially if you're trying to tie feature names to a rough estimate of what things are going to cost, or at least just kind of get an idea of what features that have been used and their naming conventions within your models.